go. Episode 1255, guys. We got the very, very fabulous Donovan from D.I.Y. Investing in the house. And so thankful to have you on here today, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Let's pack your bags, let's sail away to the land of opportunity. Richard Hart has changed the game. He raised the bar, now D.I.Y will never be the same. I was the captain and we're making it happen. No one's ever stopping this community. We got the fire, we got the flame, and no one ever's gonna stand in our way. The haters are gonna hate as the cruise ship pulls away. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go down to Mexico. We're crashing all the parties and we're driving Maseratis. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go down to Mexico. Roads paved with gold, truth be told, they're changing lives. Hex 5555, I stake that hex to stay alive. The captain chilling with the Blacksheep, we rapping and packing our bags. We're blessed to wake up every day, cause we're on the boss J. I was the captain and we're making it happen. No one's ever stopping this community. We got the fire, we got the flame, and no one ever's gonna stand in our way. In Mexico, the haters are gonna hate as the cruise ship pulls away. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go down to Mexico. We're crashing all the parties and we're driving Maseratis. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go down to Mexico. Had to join cause you couldn't beat us. Now you got financial freedom. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go down to Mexico. And the beat is gonna beg, and we're all gonna be rich. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go down to Mexico.
What's up, DJ? Welcome back. Welcome back. Episode 1255, or 3.43 years straight, every day in a row. What's up?
Wow.
Sorry, I cut you off with the You're welcome for having you on here and shit. And yeah, fuck you, dude. You're so cool. It was so nice meeting you in Vegas, man. Like meeting all the peeps, and yeah, dude, it was a blast. Yeah, apparently, the only one that watched the short today was the noob. This guy, he must have been watching an old one with the tank talk. Yeah, but anyway, because every day we have a magic word, we give away lottery tickets on the stream, and yeah.
What are the tickets for?
This guy started it with tank talk, and then everybody's like tank talk.
Oh wow, the noob's the only one that got it right.
The noob is the only one that got it right.
That's my boy.
See, someone's paying attention. I'm like wrong. Anyway, so what's up, Donovan? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. It's good to be with you guys. It's good to connect once again from the conference. I had a great time. That was my first crypto conference, so didn't really know what to expect, but yeah, I met a lot of great people. You were definitely one of them. I had a good time. Man. It's how you guys been ever since.
We're good. Just cruising along, waiting for this pulse chain dip to come back, come back up. But yeah, so you just launched a project on pulse chain yourself. So you want to tell us a little bit about it? I guess it's a launch pad that had kind of a fucked up launch.
Yeah, yeah. The launch.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. Point out the obvious, right?
It was like it didn't work out at all.
It's tough, man. As Donnie, like he's our developer for our project, man. We made our fair share of mistakes, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it happens. Like I've worked on enough startups for crypto to know like the process with it. And, it could have been a lot worse. Like I feel like everything was handled perfectly. There was a lot of fun initially with a lot of different people, but that's totally normal with this type of stuff. And so, I feel like the way that they handled it, how everybody got what they needed at the end, now seeing the token actually going up today, that was a huge, blessing, seeing everything just kind of working out. So we have a lot of great things planned, a lot of, valuable stuff we're going to be bringing to Pulse Chain. There's some, especially after building over here, we've realized that there's like some definite like holes in the game that we could fill. And there's a lot of opportunity for, people to come over here and build. And so we want to be one of those people that adds a lot of value, brings a lot more liquidity over from some of these chains that have already seen a lot of adoption, and then, make it a little bit easier for some of the people already over here. So it's been fun, man. Having a launch pad is truly the way I've made most of my gains in crypto. Mainly just being a part of them early on, whereas like now working hands-on with one, I feel like the way I've seen it, being more like a standoffish approach with launch pads in the last cycle, I got to see how they worked. I got to see how they made me a lot of profit just participating, but then being able to actually work with one personally, have a hands-on approach, it really is a way to streamline adoption. And that was always the most important thing, was how can we provide the most value? And we think that this launch pad with Pulse Launch is a great way of doing so.
I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, no, that's cool, man. So what you're basically just a launch pad. Like you vet the projects that are coming through. Is that what you're saying, or?
Yeah. So basically like a launch pad more or less will provide like marketing support. They'll provide liquidity. They'll provide some of the initial resources that a project needs to get launched. Because some people might have a good developing team. They might have a good idea, but they don't have the resources to get it pushed out, to get enough liquidity to trade and whatnot. So we kind of provide that framework. And then we also take a percentage of the token supply of all of the projects, because our ultimate goal is to be able to provide a lot of long-term value and then have ownership in these projects that we're creating, because we're working with a multi-million-dollar marketing agency called Sensei Partners, and they're working with Pulse Launch, and they're basically going to be working with all of our incubations, pushing them out there. And they've worked on basically multiple different Super Bowl campaigns pretty much every single year. There's been over 70 of them that they've worked with.
Wow.
They've built over 50 multi-million-dollar companies, and these are all like from the real world. So we've kind of already have all of the KOLs, meaning like the influencers and the inner circles for crypto. Now we have like the real world backing with some of these companies that can really help us in that sort of way. So the ability to streamline adoption, to be able to have the network, to be able to create a lot of projects quickly, and then to be able to provide some of the biggest gains in the cycle all at the same time. They're pretty much like the universal, like Swiss Army knife of crypto. If you're trying to get into a blockchain that provides you gains that sort of way, that's what a launch pad is. So we also provide, like, we're going to be doing an airdrop for all of our DAO tokens once the platform goes live in a couple months. And then it'll be actually the very first community governed launch pad in all of crypto. So that's our main focus, giving it to the community, letting them have ownership, letting them have stake. And then any profit we generate, we actually give that back to the token stakers, 10% of that, which could potentially increase depending on, what this all equals out to in profit share and whatnot. So
I love it, man. No,
Holy
good for you, dude. Good job.
You're
right. She's a squirter.
Damn, dude, that sounds really impressive.
Awesome.
I'm liking the sound of all of this. Like, yeah.
Really, really cool. Hey, big shout out to Hodl X, man. Thanks for the 50. Thanks for the 50. It's been a minute since I've got a super chat. So appreciate you. Let's give a shout out to everybody out there. The guy who fucked up the magic word first and foremost. Minor Con. Love you, buddy. T-Shares. We got Franklin's Tower. We got Will Stevenson. You're back for more, huh? Like that smash button. He says, yep. And you got the magic word wrong because you didn't watch the fucking show. You got it wrong, Veritas. Let's see. Cool Sheet got it wrong. Who else got it wrong? Oh, man. Yeah. So good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Way to go, noob. That's the way, brother.
Yeah, I got you. That's right. Oh, my God. T-Man, what's up? What's up? Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for coming out today. And, yeah, thank you, Huddle, for the $50. And Blaine, what's up? Let's go ahead and let's give away one of these tickets right now while we're while we're where we're at. And
Let's
yeah,
do
go ahead,
that.
Donnie. You were talking.
Yeah, look, I just wanted to ask, Donovan, my dude, where can we find out more about this? Where can I get involved? Because like I've literally only just started hearing about this today, and I'm
Yeah,
already like I'm looking to get in. You know?
Yeah,
that's
for
what we need to
sure.
do.
Well, our token's been trading for the last couple days. You can buy it off of PulseX. I can give you a link right after this stream, or I think I could
cool.
probably paste it in the chat. Hold on.
Actually, yeah. Put it in here. Post it as a comment, man, so people know where to find you and all that good stuff.
I posted in a comment on this chat. I don't know where the actual chat is.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
But yeah, you can trade it on PulseX. There's like just under 500K liquidity currently, so decent amount to be able to trade.
Nice
yeah,
little pull you guys
have
there.
you guys have reached out to Patius for routing, right?
Yeah, we're listed on Patius. That's probably the best place to use. Some people have had like different sort of issues with slippage, even though like it's mainly just like PulseX like lagging, because some people will have the issue and some people won't, even though there's plenty of liquidity. So we've noticed that Patius has been actually the best place to use.
Yeah, nice.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. All right, so let's give away one of these motherfuckers.
Let me give this a jam. I'm gonna check it out.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Let's get it.
Yo, I don't know who this is. Hello.
Oh, that's my homie from the island. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, he's gonna have to fix his mic up or something. But yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's one of my homies.
Hump day! Yeah, boy!
It is hump day too. What's up? What's up?
Welcome.
I tried to let him in. Did you boot him out, Donnie?
Yeah, no. I think he wanted to change things up before he gets thrown in. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Right on.
Did I win?
Franklin Tower, congrats.
Not this time around.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, let me get yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll put that in the Telegram for you guys now that I've bought.
So yeah, Donovan, what's so what else? So what do you guys you guys got any future plans as of now? Are you guys trying to branch off into anything else, or?
Yeah, right now our plan is to basically work on a bridge and have our own wallet for the launch pad. The bridge is going to be, I probably can't talk about which chains we're going to be bridging into, but some really good ones basically that are going to provide a lot of value. Cool. Some that have the most liquidity. We're looking at where retail is going to be, where the most volume currently is, where the most adoption, and then ultimately being able to bridge that back and forth. And when we do that, we're going to be able to make our token cross-chain as well. So I think the most important thing that you can do if you want to be real DeFi in this cycle is to build, on a chain, but then stay cross-chain and tap in as many other liquidity sources as you can, because that's ultimately going to drive the value of your own token. And so I think that the best thing in this cycle is that we have DEXs and then we have ways to be able to participate in a decentralized manner. Whereas in the last cycles, we kind of have mainly pivoted towards centralized exchanges. So I do think that that's going to change this cycle. And we want to be a key player that's kind of at a point of central liquidity and like our own, decentralized protocol, but then having that source to be able to launch projects on multiple different chains, provide funding across multiple chains, and, basically act as like a venture capitalist, but then giving that profit back to the token holders, the people that believe. So that was kind of our plan, was to streamline growth and then reward the token holders, because centralized exchanges never really do that. They always take everything for themselves. And there's also been prior launch pads that have been a little bit shady. So we kind of wanted to be like kind of pioneers in how we can provide rev share and how we can also profit as a launch pad, but then how we can also streamline long-term adoption that's going to stick around for crypto.
Yeah, if you could provide more ways to get on and off Pulse chain, that'd be great.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We need to pump our bags over here. So Like the only way we can do that is to bring as much liquidity possible. So we've got Pulse Chain bags too. I do. I want to pump my ink. I want to pump my Pulse and Pulse X, and I think that that's the best way to do that. I mean, the thing is most people just want to sit here and bitch about certain people not doing anything or what they're doing over here. When realistically, like if people just focus
I see you going off out there on Twitter, dude. I'm the same way. I'm like, man, you fucking
well, I can't keep my mouth shut because if I see something, I gotta say it, and that sometimes that gets me in trouble. But at the same time, like I'm just an honest person, so I see the way people screwed up in years past, and I want to be able to like provide at least some insight into why that might be a good or bad idea.
Yep. No, I hear you. What's
Man,
up? I
tell
see
it
you
like
out
it
there,
is. You know,
we got vets in crypto. Yep. Yeah. Tell it like it is. Exactly.
There was a tweet that RH put out very recently, and I could not agree more with what it said. It is astounding the amount of censorship and self-censorship at that goes on in the crypto space, considering that one of the things that a lot of them boast is censorship resistance. You know, it's kind of redundant and self-defeating, you know? Yeah.
I mean, that's why I think that there's a lot of good values over here, and that's kind of why we wanted to build on Pulse Chain initially. Like, obviously, our goals are cross-chain because I think that that's where the most liquidity is. But by being able to start in Pulse Chain, you had a community that had like a lot of core values, and a lot of that was pioneered around like Richard Hart in the last cycle. Regardless of I have all kinds of opinions about Richard Hart, but the one thing that he did really good was he taught people how to live in a decentralized way and how to put your money on chain rather than keeping it on centralized exchanges. And I think that was the most important thing considering what happened in the last cycle. And so there's a community here that is really smart. And there's a community here that does understand a lot of things on a more advanced level. The only issue is there's just not as much development that's taking place over here versus other places. So I think that's going to change though.
Absolutely. And he did call out a lot of the bullshit, like the Sam Bankman, all that shit. Like a lot of these things, he's like, told you.
Exactly. He gained a lot of respect from a lot of people for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's, real DeFi is real DeFi. And there's a reason why we're here. Yeah.
How long have you guys been in crypto for?
I've been since May 18th of 2017.
Nice.
I remember the first rug I had. The very first rug. I was hooked. It was one of those like old before we had like the Web3 shit where you'd send your money and you get like 8% a day. You just hope you get it back. Right? Yeah. I come from like the BitConnect days, man, when it was like it was the Wild West of crypto, dude. And yeah, you win some, you lose some, but yeah, you lost way more than you won, and I just never really gave up though. It kind of started this towards the end of the year. I started this Telegram community because when I actually discovered what Telegram was, it was like a whole another fucking rabbit hole of information and just subculture like type communities that you didn't find anywhere else. You didn't find them on like Facebook and everywhere else that you were at in the normal world. So I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So I started my own shit. So I started with like 5 people, and now it's grown to we got what today like 3,400 and almost 3,400, 3,386. So
that's pretty crazy.
It's just organic growth, man. I haven't really been out there. My show has been an acquired taste for years anyway, because like I said, I just keep it real, and like a lot of people don't like how real I keep it. And we have a lot of fun here too. We do a lot of bullshit that doesn't happen on every other, quote unquote influencer stream. Especially in the old days of the stream, man. It was
man, those were actually fun back in those days, right? Like I keep on telling our guests though, I think probably my favorite highlight of what we did for a stint was the fuck counter. Right, there was a literal button, right, that Sheep would push, and every time someone said "fuck," he'd hit the button so it upped the counter. It turned into a bit of a game. Like one day, we just saw how many F words we could pack into the show. I think we got what was the record? It was 127 in a day.
Add a few more for today. Yeah.
And that, believe it or not, that was in an effort to try and curb the swearing because we were trying to friendly the place up and go professional, you know?
See, I always wonder how people are going to act when I get on their streams, if they're going to be like all uptight about stuff. And I never know exactly what to think about. Well, for this one, I kind of thought maybe this was going to be a little bit more chill because I'd already met you in person.
If you've seen any of my short videos, yeah, it was going to be one of those streams, yeah.
Yeah. And then last night when I saw like the talking goat and like whatever the heck was happening in that video, that's when I was like, all right, this is probably going to be pretty chill.
Whatever the fuck was going on. Yeah, no, it's
that about sums it up.
Like, there was a time where we didn't know if we were actually gonna get like permanently canceled and shit. We had like 2 strikes and like we were like on our way out the door and shit. We're like, oh no. Yeah. But yeah, you know, it's been a fun ride and it's just chill. You know, we're just trying to show people that you know, me personally, I just like to show people that, you know, we just like to have fun, man. You don't have to be too serious in crypto, you know. Stop your complaining, you know. If you bought the top, you bought the fucking top. Stop crying about it, you know.
We all buy the top. That happens inevitably.
Yeah, we've all bought the top at one point or another. I bought several tops this week on Solana, man. Oh, you don't want to do not go on Solana. I'm warning you guys. Do not go on Solana.
Yeah, it gets a little bit hard to predict what the hell's going on when everything just goes vertical. Like you either get in at the bottom or you just like kind of buy and then just set it away where you can't touch it and don't even think about it. It's tough, especially if you're messing with leverage, because then that's really where you get wrecked if you don't know what you're doing. Because I've lost a lot of money farting around with that stuff.
Oh yeah, I've lost shit, probably at least $100,000 in my days. Like I just don't try to fuck with it anymore, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah,
it can either be a blessing or a curse, and that's most things in crypto, depending on how you use it.
Exactly. Yeah, especially if you're using high leverage, man. You just might as well kiss your money goodbye. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, you know. What's up, Naked Matrix in his house? Vets in Crypto. What's up, buddy? We'll chop it up with Donovan. Oh, so you're gonna go talk with Vets in Crypto too?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Cool, man. Let's do it.
I'd love to. It's going to be a fun time. Yeah, I met a lot of people at the conference, and so we've kind of set up some different things. Like I'm supposed to stream on my channel with some people, and I'd like to have you on eventually once I get like everything set up, but I've never streamed on my channel. Man. So I just like, I never did because it was just, I don't know why I never did, to be honest. Probably because when I first started my YouTube channel, I was in my mom's basement and like we lived so far away and had the worst internet that I couldn't even like, it would take me like 3 hours to upload a YouTube video. And so
right. Like, I know, man. I know the pain. I know the pain when that shit's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got yeah. That's funny. Yeah, just recently I started like bringing guests on, and the streams have been pretty lit. We went from about 20 views. Now we got 49 on today. We had like 70 a couple weeks back. We had like 70, and I see your channel gets fucking tons of views, man. Congrats on your success over there too, man. 80,000 subscribers. Like, what would you say would what did you do? Did you do anything that the regular person isn't doing to get to that point, or did it? I mean, you've been doing it a while though, right? How many years?
Yeah, I mean, well, I've had my YouTube channel since July 3rd, 2018. So I stared it in the middle of that bear market. But I've been doing crypto since 2016. Like I bought Bitcoin at $450 when I was like 18 because my friend got me into it. We were mainly just buying like drugs off the dark net, and that was why I wanted to get into it. But so I wouldn't say that I was a huge Bitcoin success in those early days because my priorities were elsewhere. But at the same time, like, you know, like I just got out of juvenile detention. I'd spent like I turned 17. What in the hell? I turned 17 inside of a psych ward, and then I turned 18 inside of juvenile detention. And so then right after getting out of juvenile detention, I started hanging out with this friend. I was going to be doing something bad, you know, with Bitcoin. He showed me the chart of it and then like explained what Bitcoin was, and it was like an epiphany went in my head. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this is the future. Like this is like legit. Shit. So thankfully I saw the value in it. And it took like, 2017 happened. My buddy had a YouTube channel. His YouTube channel blew up. I was working for him. It was cool to see how like the whole crypto market worked. Yeah. And then the bear market happened and I wanted to start like my own channel. So I've been doing it ever since. And, it's been fun. 86,000 subscribers, I think, is what I have since I last checked. But I think that really like, I don't think I did anything different than anybody else would have done. Like, the only difference is crypto is a hype market. So if you have a channel before everything takes off, and I always encourage everybody to go start a channel. Like if you feel like you have something to offer, like I just made videos in my mom's basement and then living in my grandma's basement for like 4 or 5 years before anything happened. But then when it happens, you're able to sustain yourself. So I've met more cool people in crypto, more good connections than I ever thought I would. And the opportunities that a good bull run provides are awesome. And so it's like, if you have the ability to provide content, you might as well do it, because you guys are set up in a good situation going into this bull run, because once the markets really take off, I think you guys are going to benefit greatly.
I agree, man. Yeah, I've met lifelong friends in this community alone, in this space. So it's an amazing place to be. It's not for everyone, I've had people come and they lost their ass once and they're like, oh, never again, and then they go right back to their normal 9 to 5. I'm like, this just changed my fucking life, dude. My community, like I owe so much to my community, man, because they've been with me through the thick and the thin. Like we've won and lost together. I think one of our, our biggest wins was about 3 years ago when just after I quit my job, basically on 2 Ponzi's, didn't even have anything real. And then the third Ponzi came. fucking this thing called Drip. I threw the last $20,000 of my name after getting wiped out of leverage trading and everything else, dude. Threw my last $20,000. And was printing $20,000 a day within like a year. It was some shit called Drip on BSC. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, yeah, that paid off this RV. I got a fucking $150,000 Hellcat out there. I went crazy with the money, but I was like my crypto trophy. Like, yeah, I already blew the transmission on it, but I'll get it fixed. Yeah, so it's
At least you're having fun, I take it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a fun ride. I was living in a shed in 2000. I was living it's not 4 years ago. I was living in a shed, man. So like I really I value what I have, and and I value my community more than anything. I think at this point, that's why I'm just always here for them, because they've always been here for me, kind of thing. And we're a small community, we're tight, but we're tight knit as fuck, we got each other's backs. And Donnie came along about 2.5 years ago. That's when we started our DJ protocol thing and our goat token. Our journey to the goat token, because it didn't start off as goat token. The success we've had, it didn't start off all rainbows and sunshine. So
that one was an interesting one. I want to give a brief rundown of that. Basically, when we first heard about like Pulse Chain, like, and the whole sacrifice phase thing, right? We heard it was coming along. Everybody had sacked, and like we were waiting for it to launch. And we basically said to our community, right, well, look, we want to build a token, but we want to do it on Pulse Chain. Do you just want to wait for Pulse Chain to launch, and Kronos, right? That the crypto.org network had just launched at that stage, and like everything was flying at that stage. And so the community overwhelmingly voted to start over there. Like, so we actually started with a token called Sheep. That ended up taking a hit to the knees.
Never name a project after yourself. I'm sorry.
Right.
Instant curse.
Crow started at 50 cents. It dipped to 5 cents when they killed their rewards program. And then we moved to BNB. And now we're over here with Goat Token, which is the actual basically we like to call Sheep the training wheels phase, right? Because Goat has just been absolutely fucking phenomenal. We managed to launch this new thing last year in October, roughly around the same time as the SEC FUD brought that fucking beautiful Pulse Chain bottom in, right? And that's like right there, just as it started going back up, is when we launched both Goat Token and the feeder side by side on the same day. And then since then, basically, if anyone jumped in on Goat on that day, just by the way that our core tech works, they're already up 34% and no loss.
It looks exactly like the price of like PulseX and Ink, and
it is, because it's pegged to Pulse. So the way our you want to explain how the contract works, Donnie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the middle number that you see there, the green one, that's the mint redeem price, right? GOAT can be minted at any time so long as you have the W pulse to back it, and you can redeem GOAT at any time for the W pulse that it represents, right? But there's a 5% fee either way to do that minting and redeeming, right? That's what helps to push that mint redeem price up. And a contract's coded so that that mint redeem price does only go up. It can never, ever be pushed downwards in any way, shape, or form. That second price that you see in there on the right-hand side is the current one of the DEX price, which is on the Pulse GOAT pair. Basically, you can see there's two different price points, right? And so people have created liquidity on third-party sources. Now, as you can imagine, when there's enough of a spread between these two prices, people like to try and arbitrage, right? GOAT has no buy, sell, or transfer fee on third-party avenues. It's only the mint redeem part that it has a 5% fee on. So, like I said, when the spread's big enough, people can either mint GOAT token and then dump it on the market, taking some, like pocketing some pulse, or they can buy it off the market on the cheap, like if there's a dip in, and then they can come and redeem the GOAT and take the W pulse that it represents. Overall, what this means is that it goes up and to the right because it, like that mint redeem price can't go down. And as people are arbitraging that opportunity with the third party liquidity provisions, like it just drags those prices up as well. So as the wheels keep on turning,
that's why our
single asset backing just gets stronger and stronger. One final comment I'd like to make. This is basically a concept that I call unfuckable with liquidity.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it looks more like a stable coin if you look at the versus WPLS chart. And it just slowly rises over time. We started at 1-1, now it's 137.90. Yeah, so that's what gives us the this beautiful looking chart. It's just basically going to follow wherever PLS goes. We're going to go, and we're always going to be slightly ahead of it. So
could you like just go to another chain and do the same thing with its native token if you believed in it, and then just
theoretically, yeah. And actually, the way that our front end that I've built here is designed is so that if we wanted to, we could replicate our entire ecosystem, deployments, contracts, and all in a matter of 20 minutes, and then have the front end just support it out of the box. Up in the top right there, you see you've got the wallet balance and an address there. Next to that would be like a chain selection menu that would pop up if we decided to do that. It is important to note that like we have no intentions of doing so at this stage because like we are Pulse Chain, it's built upon a lot of hexagons in the community. But the capability is there. We're very serious about our engineering and what we do, even if the show is probably the wildest thing about us. Yeah.
No, that's interesting. That's a really cool. I was trying to wrap my head around the whole thing because it was definitely an interesting idea. And that's the thing is I always like looking at the charts because they give me a good understanding of what the heck's going on from like another perspective. So then seeing it pretty much identically following the native tokens, like I figured that there had to be something there with the liquidity and how you guys have been able to kind of like connect those and bond those together. Cause that really is like an obvious, I mean, it looks exactly like ink, pulse, and pulse.
The beauty of when we rip, it's gonna rip, dude. It's gonna rip.
Yeah. The beauty of this too is that we actually did it with W Pulse, so it actually uses a token at its core rather than base chain currency. Theoretically speaking, you could use the GOAT technology on almost any token that doesn't have a fee on transfer.
So, have you ever thought about like selling what you guys have created as like a package?
Hell no.
For people to build?
Hell no. But I will tell you this. Our front end that we have built and maintain is a proprietary stack. I have no intentions of giving that out. But we do verify all of our source code, and where we can, we publish all of our contracts under MIT. So if you know what the MIT license does for you, then, by all means, exercise those powers.
Yep.
I don't know what that does, but
I'm
not a developer. I'm literally like
briefly. Let me explain this. It's very important to understand because so many people do this to their contracts and then they wonder why they get copy paste lords and they get ripped off, right? So let me tell you exactly what this means and how it works and how to best take advantage, right? MIT license, really simply, when you put something out under that, anyone can remix, edit, copy, modify, redistribute, sell for personal, commercial, private, or otherwise purposes, so long as they also maintain that license on anything they do to your stuff. Also, what this means is, so basically the intended effect is that open source projects will do this. They'll release something into the public under MIT. The public will modify it, audit it, make it better, do upgrades, different, permutations of it. And then the originating source that created it can look downstream and be like, holy shit, that's a cool feature. We're going to bring that up to our next version that we release, at the top of the chain, And so it's a really good permissive license for an open source system, but it's also permissive enough that it allows people to make it a line of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's dope. Let's
Simple
give away
as
another
breaking
lottery
the MIT
ticket.
license.
There's your MIT license.
Yep.
Wrong button. Didn't mean to scare anybody.
Yeah, boy.
Will Stevenson. You had it wrong, but you still got it right at the end of the day. So it's all that matters. Oh man, I love it. Oh shit. Oh, I just got your message. Cool if I join you on stream today. You can join any day, man. That was like from 3 days ago, but sometimes these get buried, bro. Sorry. I'm in so many fucking shitcoin.
We get like what is it? 10. We get to have 10 people in the stream, right?
Yeah, we can have up to 10. Yeah, at a time.
Up to 10. Yeah. Cool. So
that would
basically,
be so crazy if you had 10. Well, during the Hex conference,
we've done that before.
We've had it before, man. It's tough. It's a shit show.
Well, the problem is you get the latency lag, and so like it's not like perfect time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my computer can't handle it, man. It'll just, or my internet, it'll just, if I get more than like 4 or 5 people on one stream, it starts bogging down and shit. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's what I'm worried about with streaming. Like the place I live, it's like surrounded by mountains all the way around, and I live in the middle of the valley, in the middle of all the mountain passes, and so during the winter you have like these clouds that come in and they just settle there and it's cloudy, and so the only type of internet that works where I live out in like rural Rocky Mountains is satellite internet. Satellite internet doesn't work very good whenever you have like clouds in the sky, so it's like I gotta like time it right with the seasons and be able to like put a stick up in the air and praise God and like hope it works.
Hold your leg out.
Yeah, I know where you're at. I used to work for a company called I used to work for a company called Woodford. You've heard of them, right?
What was it called?
I probably cut out Weatherford.
Oh, Weatherford. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their yards are
houses
literally right down by next to my house. They have like, somebody else moved into their yards, but their yards were right down next to my house.
That was back in like 2011, I think. It was a long ass time ago, but yeah, I was out there in North Dakota at that place.
What did you do?
That place is cold as fuck, dude. Don't ever go to Williston.
Dude, that's where all my friends live in.
That place is
I have a couple buddies out in Williston right now. A lot of my friends from where I live will go out to North Dakota, usually Williston or one of the surrounding areas. Oil fields pretty much only work out here. I was even doing I took all of my money, literally all of the USDC I had, because I got hacked at the end of 2022 in the bottom of the bear market. I had just bought all this Solana at the very bottom of the cycle because I knew it was the bottom, and then it got hacked, and then I had like another. I was honestly only like 65 grand, but I wrote off 300,000 because they hacked some of my shitcoin wallets that had went to zero, and I was just throwing 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 here, and it was just the bottom of the bear market, so a lot of it went down. So in that time, it kind of screwed me over, but I had to reposition myself and rediversify, and so in a way it was kind of a blessing. But yeah, I had a point to all of that, and there was I don't even remember what I was talking about, so I don't know, I guess it wasn't important. Did he drop out? Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, right when I started talking about my internet collapsing, it just collapsed.
Yeah, no worries. At least you're back. See what happens. How do you jump back in if you just have a link?
Yeah, the stream keeps going. You basically just refresh the page and go back in. That's what I like about StreamYard is because it runs
going until you
it
hit
runs
the
everything
stop
on their
button.
servers. So yeah, but sometimes if you get too many people on here, it'll start to lag it out a little bit.
Yeah,
if you have a shitty internet connection, but
you need some high-powered tech to be able to run that type of network.
Oh yeah, they got big servers, big server farms.
Yeah, I've always been too worried about streaming on my channel because like I feel like if something went wrong, I'd feel like an idiot, and then just like not.
Yeah, I've been there many times, man. I've shaved my head on stream one time. It was fucking great. Yeah, it was like
wow.
Man, I don't think I would do that personally.
It's fun, man.
Well, I shaved my head once. I had a mullet when I was like 15. Or I was probably 16, and
the mullet.
I let my little. I kind of do right now, really, not really. But,
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I let my friend's little sister cut it off.
What's up, Billy Ray?
All clippers. That's a compliment. I wouldn't mind. You know, he's a handsome guy. He's kind of a corny guy, but
right.
if I could pass for Billy Ray, that'd be all right. He's got probably a little bit bigger muscles than me.
We got 60 people out there, guys. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys are out there smashing those like buttons. We do this literally every day. We have guests every now and then, and we are honored to have Mr. Donovan from D.I.Y. Investing in his house today.
I'm sorry. I just gotta say, I could have gone a fucking eternity without remembering Billy Ray and that fucking achy breaky heart.
Oh, I know,
thank
right?
you very much. I have a fucking earworm now, so thank you very much.
Yeah, see, that's why I said corny. Like it's like a compliment because he's like handsome, but then it's like also kind of not a compliment because he's like corny. So it's like
his daughter's got way better songs than him.
Yeah, true.
For sure. Oh my god. Well, shit. Yeah, I've got a guest coming over to my house here in just a little bit, so I'm probably gonna cut the stream a little bit short. But yeah, it's great having you on today, Donovan. And let me know when you're doing your streams, because dude, streaming is fun, man. Like if you do a stream over there, I'd love to come on, and we'd love to come on and shoot the shit with you over there. I love this because it's nice, face-to-face community outreach, networking, and it's what we need. It's what we need in this pulse chain community. We all need to, come together and pamp this shit. Let's pamp this thing, right?
Oh yeah, boys. Amen to that. No, yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. When I get everything set up and ready to go, I'm more than happy to have you all on. I think it'd be a good time. Streaming is more fun because it's more personable. You get to have a real perspective from people that you don't normally get, and I think that's really I think I would have more fun streaming than I would just making normal content. So that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have fun with what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you get the keyboard warriors too. I mean, you get them, but that's all you get on. If you're just uploading, you just get the keyboard warriors after the fact. But now you get them this way. You get them live. The keyboard warriors live and in person.
Yeah, no, they were out in full force once Pulse Launch had a little bit of.
I know. I bet, dude. I bet.
Sure. I'm used to it at this point. I've had that crap happen enough in my 8 years, and really 2018 when I had my channel, but you get used to it. Some people have a harder time dealing with it than others, but it's just part of the game. People love to talk shit on Twitter.
Yeah. So where can everybody find you at, man?
You can find me on YouTube at D.I.Y. Investing. You could find me on Twitter, but my handle is not anything anybody would even remember. So you could just look up D.I.Y. Investing.
Yeah, I know. I have such a hard time finding you sometimes because of that user ID.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up my name, Donovan Jolly, D.I.Y. Investing, and then profile picture looks just like me. That's how you know.
I'm gonna give them your YouTube channel.
Hey, one question I want to ask, man, before we get out of here. Where did you get your hat?
Vibra Finance sent it to me, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Vibra Finance. So these I think it was one of his buddies made them, and then they took them to one of the conferences somewhere, and then gave them out or sold them, one of the above. But yeah, there's if you go to a conference, I thought maybe they had some of them sitting on the table, but I don't know, maybe they're like a limited edition thing now at this point. But it's got the Hex logo, it's got the PulseX logo, and then I think
I saw that. That's baller. Yeah,
pulsechain.com on the back. I can't remember.
Yeah,
no
nice,
ink?
man.
I wish.
No love for ink.
I want a hat that is just the ink logo because it's my favorite looking in the whole ecosystem.
I know, it's fucking badass.
Man, nobody even knows what's coming for ink. And you know what? I would love for ink to be at the end of the day, because everybody knows that like there are so many cabbage hands out there just selling it and just taking that yield, right? But I would love for nothing more than to ink to be the governance token that turns around and actually gets to control and determine, right? Because then that would be the biggest middle finger to everybody that just cabbage handed the farm up until then. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I'm down for that.
Get wrecked, bitch.
You know,
if they did something with it, like, I mean, even if they don't add any extra value to it and it just stays what it is, like, I think it's going to still outperform everything else in the ecosystem. As far as like the native, like Richard Hart tokens, I think it'll outperform everything. But then if they added more value to it, like, I mean, it's an organic, it's been completely organic, and I think there's a lot of beauty in keeping an asset organic and then letting the community like have, well, that was why we did the community governance with Pulse Launch, was there's a lot of value in having the community be able to say and drive value towards certain things, ideas, you know, whatever the hell it is. Like, the community is the most important part of any project.
I was about to say that's what we really got to keep in mind, is like, you know, we need something external to give it that value as well, because when you look at the code of Ink and the farm and everything, right, you can very clearly see it was built off of the likes of Sushi or Pancake or something that's done that before, right? People have even, you know, pointed out the governance features in the Ink contract and thought that was the next stage, you know. But again, you look at Cake token on BNB, it's exactly the same code, you know, just variables renamed. So we can't really read too much into it. It is all speculation, and that's Donovan. You made a brilliant point, man. Like, it's all about community and what the community does for it. So,
well said. Amen.
Love it. Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, Donovan, big shout out to you, and congrats on all your success, man. Keep doing you, and keep being a badass. And I really appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah, man. Much love. I appreciate all the support from you guys. I look forward to connecting once again. You know, I'm sure we'll be doing some videos here in the future. So I'll keep you posted, and we'll move forward from there. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Let's get those gains on the Pulse chain.
Blacksheep, and I'm back again. I've come to rock you back and forth and up and down and out the door for sure. I'm chilling with the DJ protocol. We come to represent, and we don't give a shit, 'cause we're fucking rich on the Pulse chain. You know we're stacking up our gains on the Pulse chain. We got the hookers and cocaines on the Pulse chain. You know we don't give a shit, in the words of Magaboo. Jackpot, bitch. Richard Hart is such a pimp, I just wanna be like him. Give me some hotties and a Rolex calamari and a super hot Ferrari. I'm sorry if I'm a little offensive, but Pulse ain't coming through and gonna make us rich on the Pulse chain. You know we're stacking up our gains on the Pulse chain. We got the hookers and cocaines on the Pulse chain. You know we don't give a shit, in the words of Magaboo. Jackpot, bitch, on the Pulse chain. You know we're stacking up our gains on the Pulse chain. We got the hookers and cocaines on the Pulse chain. You know we don't give a shit, in the words of Magaboo. Jackpot, bitch.
That's the Blacksheep token. That's the token I care the least about.